But then I take a step and I review my objectives. What do I want to get done? Where am I going? I mean, this combined with writing down the ideas, I guarantee will revolutionize your life. And it doesn't have to be, self-recriminating. You don't have to get deep on this stuff. Just, where am I going? Oh, I want to go to Orlando. Okay, well, what do I need to get done? What needs to be done for me to do that? So often we wait, I think, until the last minute because, number one, we're getting so many ideas and so many great things to do that we're constantly jumping from one project to the next, that by the time we're ready to go somewhere or do something, it's what? Right up to the last minute. So then I've got a little exercise that I do. Trash it possible, I'm on it. I'm simply looking for what am I actually going to do? Out of all this massive stuff that I want to do, what am I committed to doing? Now, when you get down to that, what am I committed to doing? It's a lot easier to scratch stuff off of your list. I mean, if you put on your list, you want to paint the Mona Lisa, how committed are you to getting your life in order, buying a ticket to France, going to see it? It is in France now, isn't it? The Louvre? Wherever she is, right? I don't even know. See, it's not on my list. But how committed are you? Right? Well, if you get through it and you realize, man, I'm not that committed. Right off. Pressure's off. Don't have to worry about feeling like you're not accomplishing your life's goals or you're a complete and utter disaster because you can't get these things done. So then I go into my schedule. I clean up yesterday's stuff. I have some steps. If I'm delegating something, I will go and delegate it. And then I simply take a moment and consciously commit. Now, in the beginning, I actually did say this little phrase that I have here because it is helpful. But now, because I've been doing it for so long, I just get to the point where I look at my list and okay, yeah, I can do that. I keep it maybe 4 or 5, most 6 things a day that I'm absolutely committed to getting done that day. So then I take some time, think of my major objectives, and then I turn it on. Then it's time to get ready for the day. Now, how many of you think that process takes half an hour? An hour? More? Less? 18 minutes. And 23 seconds if you're doing it exactly. So we'll go through that so you can experience it. And then we'll take some significant time for questions on that. Because I know that when it comes to this stuff, there's always a fear of doing it wrong. One of my long-term targets, this was 3 years ago, was very specific in terms of monetary amounts. When I defined it more clearly, it gave me more elements that came out of the goal. And then also, how important is it? And this is all very, personal stuff. What am I going to get out of this? Because it's okay to want the money. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with money. It's the love of money that there's a problem with. Because that'll wreck your life, really, when you love money. Because you're going to choose money over people, you choose money over family, money over ethics, money over everything, if you love it. So when you get into how important is it to you, now is when you start tapping into something very, very special. Because we banter around and throw around things like, go with your passion, right? How many of us have heard that? Go with your passion. Anybody? Yeah, a few people. What does that mean? Really? Live your dreams? Do what you want to do? I didn't hear that one. Your heart's got to be in it? So when we were talking earlier about trading, we had one answer that was sitting in front of the screen all day, and one answer that was making money. Now, of the answers that we gave, go with your passions, which category did they fit in? Was it the process, or was it just the result? Most of us want the result, right? What happens when you don't get your result? Frustrated, throw a fit. Yes, I throw fits. Who else throws fits? Anybody? Yeah, one honest. 2, 3, mostly men. Interesting. We're the fit throwers. Okay, we're not satisfied. Frustrated. Guys banging the table already back there. It's just very, very, very frustrating. So how do you tap into the passion? Well, I'm telling you, those 3 questions, will do it very quickly. You'll figure out whether it's even something you're passionate about. So does that mean you shouldn't do it? No. Maybe that just means you don't do it now. Maybe you have something more important, something that you are more passionate about. Now, when you start connecting things like trading to your passions, now we're talking some real juice. Now you can't wait to get up in the morning. The unfortunate byproduct of that for a guy like me is I'll put in 10, 12, 14 hours a day. It's nonstop. So you need an off switch. She's called Sarah. I meant that in a good way, Dad. Medium-term major targets, we're going to go through those. We've got long-term, medium-term, the short-term, where you're going from one time to another. So if your long-term goal is 3 years out, what are you going to do midway through? And then short-term, what are you going to do in the next couple of days? Okay, like I said, it's very, very focusing. And we'll go through that mostly tomorrow. Now, some of the other tools that we have here, there's an observation log. This is one that I was doing when I had some rather acute health issues, but I would go through the different things that I was eating. Hamburger last night really took it out of me.